Okay, so catch you up if you hadn't been listening while you were on your way home. Um, the party made their way through the funhouse down a well, Scenario went down a circular slide that went down counterclockwise. Um, Eventually, getting rug burn on his face as he ended up trying to go down on his feet and ended up flat on his face for down the rest of the slide. Casimir flew everyone else down, following the same path. They come to this and they got dumped out in front of this bathhouse. Um,
Oh, and I see the baths dried up.
yeah, the baths were dried up. Um, Dargar went to investigate one of the drains, which are in the center of each of the baths. Um, and as he did so, he was attacked by a wraith, which Cenero just dispatched.
Ah.
And I described what happens with the about the drain. It's a 2 foot diameter drain pipe that leads down into the darkness at least 20 feet below.
Hmm.
An ancient of decay drifts upward from the sewers beneath. So yeah, it's a 2 foot diameter. So it is going to be a person can get down there, but for some it might be a tight squeeze. For others, not so tight.
Okay. Good job on that race, Nero.
Haha.
He's a kill
Yeah,
stealer. I was totally going to turn that.
good job, Ash, before it even got out of the sewer.
So, were we thinking about going down into the sewers?
Um, Maybe soon. We're still looking around this area, I think.
Hmm.
Oh, is the drain big enough that we could actually climb down it?
Yeah, it's 2 foot in diameter. Like I said, it is would be a tight fit for some, but not for others. Dwarves being almost as wide as they are tall.
Hmm. Little people tend to be on the chubby side. So, what's the plan, Phyllis Leader?
Can I tell if there's a way through to the other side, or is it just covered in sand?
Uh, on the west side, it's fully covered in sand.
Well, I guess we have to go down.
Well, since I'm uh, on the skinnier side of the party, and I can speak well and climb up, I'll volunteer to go first. Doth anyone have rope?
I have 25 feet.
25.
I have some rope too.
Um, I'm going to try to open up one of the drains and look down and see if my infravision allows me to see the floor at the bottom.
Yeah, you can basically see the bottom from the light that's radiating from Sonero. It's about 20 feet down.
Okay. Looks like your rope will reach, Saniro. Um, but, only if you were to volunteer to, be the weight.
Sure.
Do we have a longer rope? Maybe we could tie to one of these pillars?
Yeah, I've got 50 feet. It's not nice rope, so we'll just it'll get around the pillar and give us 50 feet to play with.
Yeah, let's see.
That's
12
actually
feet.
it's of a tree.
Oh, it's a tree. Are they dead?
Yeah. From the looks of it, they are.
Okay. Are these benches here? These things?
Marble benches, yes.
Marble benches. Okay. I'm going to come up here and see if the marble benches will slide.
It seems to, yeah, they can move. Take some
Okay.
effort, but they can move.
How about these things? Are these pillars?
Columns.
Say
Yeah,
again?
those are
Those are
those are
pillars.
columns. Yes,
Okay.
those are pillars. Yes.
Alright, so 21 feet to there. Maybe 41 feet all the way to the bottom. That leaves 9 feet of rope to tie. 1.5 feet diameter, 0.75 feet radius, 0.75 squared would be 0.65, 3.14159. 1.5 feet. Yeah, 1.5 feet to tie off, and then should be able to make it, I think.
Yeah, between my 50 feet and his 25 feet, I think we should be set.
Oh, well, I meant like just your 50 feet should be good.
Let's
Maybe
do
we
it.
could save his 25 for later.
Yeah, the columns themselves are 2 feet. Let's see how.
Let's see, was I smart enough to take rope?
The pillars themselves are 2 feet in diameter.
Ah, okay. So, uh, 2, uh,
Editing wasn't
8.82
very good.
circumference. Ah, I'm proficient with rope. Casimir, may I have your rope, please?
Here it is.
Why, thank you.
And he's got the standard hemp, not the yeah, the standard hemp rope, not the silk.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I trust him better. More. Uh, hey, gonna tie it off here. I'm rather dexterous. Okay, and freehand. How about red brown? Or a brown rope? Or how about coyote? There we go. And push the rope down and toss it down the hole. and see if it touches out.
Yeah. Barely, but it does.
Okay. Now I'm going to, well, tuck in my scabbards and hand off my trident to Cinero and shimmy down the rope through the pipe.
Okay.
You want me to make climb check?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it does descend about 20 feet into the sewers below. And it opens up into a 6-foot wide tunnel, 10 feet tall, from its flat bottom to its arched top, runs north and south below the drains. Its floor slants slightly down to the north, where the tunnel disappears around a bend to the right. The tunnel is filled with exceedingly fine spiderwebs and smells of decay.
In both directions?
In both, actually, it goes from where you're at, from the base. It starts at the base of this drain where you went down, and
Mm.
continues north.
Oh, okay, so it's just one pipe that starts here.
Yes,
Okay. Wow.
and each of the basins drains open up above the.
Mm. Okay. I'm going to let go of the rope. And then I'm going to say, next, quietly, and then hide in the shadows against the edge of the pipe below. And listen for any spiders.
Spiders.
You don't hear anything.
And that's the end of my turn.
I will grab the rope and slide down.
Okay. Yep. You join him. You're of course nowhere to be seen, but you are at what seems to be the terminus of a drain section. The path continues to the north, um, again descending slightly to the, as you go further north. It descends slightly before disappearing off to the right.
Just taking a phone call here. 1 second.
I'll climb down too.
Okay.
Just waiting on Daga then?
Yeah, he's got a phone call. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So the purple lines that I put on the map that shows the sewer. Not exactly centered, but
Okay, I'm going to take point. uh, where do spider webs begin?
it seems to be all over, and they're very fine, very delicate.
Hmm. Um. Okay. I'm going to strike my flint and steel against them. See if they melt like normal spider
Oh,
webs.
yeah. These are even these are even more delicate than the normal garden variety spider web.
Ah. Okay. Hmm. I'm going to come out of hiding and to talk to Nero and Casimir. I'm going to say, uh, gents, perhaps it would be a good idea to proceed with a torch. That way, if there are any spider nests overhead, we can burn them out before passing underneath them. There's no telling what kind of poisonous spiders live in here. I wouldn't want anyone to get bitten.
We have the that prod.
Does it produce fire?
Yeah, primarily used for trolls.
Nice. Maybe that will work.
Casimir
Yeah,
has it slapped to his fucking hip.
Nice.
I've got that. I can dig it out.
Perhaps you could use it to burn away all the spider webs as we pass by, you know, so that no little baby spiders hatch out of their little eggs and drop all over us and bite the shit out of us and kill us.
It operates off of charges, and it looks like I've got 4 left. So we might just, I don't know if I've have the ability to recharge it.
Maybe a torch would be better. Anyone have a torch?
They should have torches.
I strike my flint and steel against his torch.
And it does take a while, but it does catch.
Yep, I have 5 torches. We'll mark one off.
Yeah, you can really, in the light of the torch and in the light of the, you really couldn't see it in the light of the continual light gems, but in the light of the torch, you can see that the spider webs are merely like almost as fine as hair, but it seems to be more. It seems to cover the entire tunnel and ceiling and walls. And like I said, it continues off to the north. Eventually turning off to the right.
Good thing you had that torch. I hate poisonous things. Ugh. Well, shall we move?
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah, you travel on maybe about to the end of the tunnel before it turns right, which is about 20 feet from the bathhouse. You follow it until it seems to catch to the main junction, the main sewer line that runs underneath the street proper. Um, and I mean, it runs that it does run north south, though it is blocked to the south. So once you get to that point, underneath the street, but you guys were there. Underneath the street, after you make your way, it's blocked off to the south here, um, but continues north. Until it reaches um, until it goes about a couple of ways, it goes to another 20, 30 feet before it comes to a manhole cover in the ceiling at a connecting point. Um, North of the manhole cover is a 10-foot pile of sand that nearly, but not quite, blocks the rest of the sewer.
Hmm. Going to climb to the top and see how far through I can see.
That's what you can see.
Say again?
I placed you over here. I placed you where you could at the manhole cover.
No, no, no. I mean, top of the sand. You said it almost
Oh,
touches
okay.
the top. I wanted to see
Yeah, yeah.
how far.
It does seem to continue. It does seem to continue north for a bit before it does eventually get completely choked off by sand.
Oh, okay. So it's completely caved in.
Yeah. So about 10 feet from the manhole cover, there's about a pile of sand That doesn't completely block off the entire passage, but as you go deeper, if you look deeper into it, you do see that it does eventually choke off the
Yeah.
sewer.
Yeah. Okay. So what does this statue look like? That's creepy.
It appears to be a man holding a vase that's got the head of a jackal.
The man has the head of a jackal?
Yes.
That's sad.
And there's a circular roadway that surrounds the pedestal on which a 20-foot tall statue carved a black stone. He's got his right hand pointing down the streets towards the south. In his left hand, he holds against his um, waistband. He holds a carved stone bottle, 4 feet tall and about 1 feet in diameter.
Hmm. Casimir, perhaps you should purify this graven image of Set. I don't know if that's what you're about, but this image gives me the okay. Shit. Is Daga back yet? I guess
And
not.
just beyond from where you can see in the sewer, it does seem like it goes underneath the temple. I mean, the statue. It looks like there's another way up. It seems to go like into the pedestal of the statue itself.
Oh, you said a staircase?
Um, Not so much a staircase, but there is an opening, um, in the sewer, ceiling, not too far from where the manhole cover is at.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to lead up into where you judge would
Oh,
be what the pedestal would be.
okay. Okay. Interesting. A hole in the ceiling? Not like a ladder, like that had this manhole cover head.
Yeah, yeah. There's no ladder or anything like that. Um,
Okay. Damn. Scenario, could you give me a boost?
Sure.
Perhaps I can knock away the cover. Wait. What if it's a trap? That sounds like a perfect trap. The the death god shit death all over you from above because you broke out the trap door underneath him. Yeah. I'm going to search that for traps. Definitely.
okay.
Pick. Kill. Find remove trap. Definitely no traps there. And I break it out.
Okay. Yep. You don't find anything.
Is it big enough for me to fit through?
It's big enough for most people to fit through. Yes.
Okay. Scenario, could you boost me through that hole?
And a one it, and a two it,
And 3.
Yeah, and you get into the as you get you realize you are inside the pedestal of the statue. There is room for people to stand on, and inside the pedestal, um, you see a what could be considered an amphora,
Huh, how large?
4 feet tall. The bulbous bottom of this vessel is about 1 foot in diameter,
Mm-hmm.
and the neck is got it's a long neck. So It's hard. It's almost like an amphora type vessel.
I'm going to swirl it to see if it has liquid inside.
There's no liquid inside, but um, the stopper is engraved with a rune.
Oh, okay, like a genie's lamp or something. Um, does it have like the typical handles at the top, or handles halfway down? Uh, 'cause I want to try to hand it down to De Niro.
Just for sake of argument, I'm posting what the rune would look like in
Okay.
Discord.
Oh, in Discord. Okay, I better look.
Yes, in Discord. Hard to show images in Roll20 without having to upload stuff into handouts.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, you were asking me something about the statue.
Um, I was asking if you would like to cleanse the statue by destroying it. But then I discovered that underneath the statue, in the tunnel that we're in, there was a secret door that leads up into the pedestal of the statue, and inside I found an amphora, 3 feet tall and 1 foot diameter.
4 foot tall and
4 foot tall. And the rubber stopper, or the stopper at the top, has a rune. And I'm handing it down to Saniro as we speak.
Very nice.
And it is, even the forged size, it does seem weightless. It does seem like there's nothing in there.
But it's
Perhaps
sealed up rune.
perhaps it's a genie in a bottle or something.
We already found a lamp, so we might be in business here.
Mark, I don't see the picture you're going to post in. Oh, because I'm not in general chat. Okay.
Yeah,
Duh.
in general chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
I was
below the
in-
video I posted.
Okay. Oh. Let's see. Triangles usually denote either mountains or fire, and then a line through is either cancellation or like balance, I think.
I'm thinking anarchy.
Oh, right. All except for the circle. Right. I see it too.
This is where Ariel chimes up. She's been pretty quiet for the past few weeks, since you got here. She looks at it and goes, "No, no, no. That is the symbol for air."
I was about to say that, actually. Yep. So, that's what, a Jan? A Jan? Perhaps there's a Jan inside here. I would tend to wager that there is a Jan inside this amphora. and it might like to do battle with the Ifrit. Maybe. What do you think, Scenario?
Well, I don't want to do it when the big bad's on the round. If it is,
Oh yeah, I agree. Yep.
Also, this is what was written on that map that you had discovered when you put the chieftain's son's medallion up next to his wife's hand with the that had that marking.
Mm.
This is what was written, and I'm putting it here in Roll20.
Sorry, I had to take a long call there.
City of Phoenix over the house that where sleeps salvation. Ah, there speak. Atmo free. No. Atmo free. No.
I'm looking at a map with Jer standing beside a giant statue.
Yes, I'm currently actually inside the base of the statue that I entered from underneath in the tunnel in which we stand.
Can you operate it like a giant puppet?
No, it's actually the hiding place for an amphora that we found. Like a big jug, 4 feet tall and 1 foot in diameter. And the stopper at the top has a rune that is a symbol for air. And my guess that this amphora contains a Jan that want to do battle with the Ifrit. Because the prophecy that we heard before, from the hand or whatever, said, the city of Phoenix over the house of Set, where sleeps salvation. I think this Jan might be our salvation. There speak atmofriitno, which is a keyword, probably to open the stopper. And says tell the players that there is also the word. The word atmofriitno, I guess.
No. I copied too much, but
Oh,
on that map also there was the word white and a symbol of a palm. So basically indicating from the white palm oasis where to go to find the next part of the puzzle, which is basically this this lost city that you guys are currently in.
hmm. Oh, and Daga, Cenero and I, after discussing the possibility of this amphora containing a Jan, that it might be a bad idea to open the amphora before we meet the Ifrit for the final battle.
So
Thank
Jan
you
is
for
a variation on a genie or something.
Yeah, so Jan is basically like the Aladdin's genie. They're an air genie. So they're like blue, and the bottom half kind of goes off into it disappears into air, and they fly around and make whirlwinds and control wind and stuff.
AIN.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is a gin.
The Jan are I believe the
Water ones.
no those are the Jan are the ones that comprise of all four elements,
Oh, okay.
and they're considered the least of the four of the genies.
Ah,
So you had the Jinn, the air, the Ifrit for fire, the Marid for water, and I forgot what Earth was.
Tao.
It's like Dow.
yeah. Dow. Yeah, so a gin. An actual genie. Like, they're all genies, but the air one is the one that we most commonly associate with, yeah, with genies.
Whereas the Ifrit are more common in Islamic lore.
Yeah, and they're more, like, demonic. Um,
Well, I tend to agree. I trust you guys. I trust your judgment.
perhaps it, contains a genie. A ginny. Well, shall we, climb up the ladder and out the, manhole? Let's climb up the manhole, man. Man, I wish I could run UDL in my game.
Okay, so yeah, so you're back out onto the um, back out on the street by the statue. That's where the manhole does lead to. And you've got this amphora.
How much does the Emperor weigh?
Which is a way.
Yeah.
You would guess about 10 pounds.
Mm. um, I can't hold on to this. It would probably encumber me. Does anyone have room in the pack for it?
For the amphora, it's pretty big if it's 4 feet tall.
Yeah, it would probably stick out of a rucksack, but you could probably get it to fit in.
Sure, I'll especially with my rope out. I guess my rope is still there, so we've had a chance to recover it, which means I would have plenty of room for the amphora.
Okay. So you guys want to go back down through the sewers to go claim back the tunnel, the rope?
Yeah, we can. It's going to be nice to have later, so I would definitely do that.
Do you want to cleanse the statue, aka defile it for its false
Okay,
religion?
if it's an altar, is do I think this thing is an altar or is it just a statue?
No, it's a statue.
Mm.
I'm not inclined to defile it or smash it or anything.
Ah.
I don't know enough about whether it's a good god or a bad god.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, you guys go back down. And who's got that amphora?
I've got it in my backpack.
Okay, after a while, yeah, I mean you can feel the weight of it. After a while, well, maybe when you get about 100 feet or so, your pack feels lighter.
Hey guys, hold on a second. Let me check my pack.
The amphora is not there.
Damn it, somebody lifted my amphora. Guys, look around.
um, what if it teleported back into the base of the statue?
Could have.
Would that make it an artifact?
Maybe. Makes me glad I didn't smash the statue.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I guess let's go see if that amphora made its way back into the statue. That'd be good to know. So, why was it you were thinking that we had to wait on the amphora until we were close to the Ifrit?
Just in case the amphora contains a gin. Wait a minute. Um, that is a that's a god of like storms and evil. It kind of makes sense for him to be allied with air gene. So, if the stopper were opened, then the genie would like blast out of the set, right? And be free, probably.
If you open it from inside the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the genie pops out and says, "Hey, why'd you guys wake me up?" we could explain to him that we've got this Ifrit we want to fight, and we were hoping that he could help us.
Yeah. But what if it's allied with Set?
What do we know about Set? This is a statue of Set?
Yeah.
That is a statue of Set. Um,
He's got a jackal head and a man's body. The only thing he's missing is his weird like pain thing with the weird head on it. I don't know.
yeah, whoever designed this map used jackal head instead of not jackal, but the heck's the other dog, the other desert animal. That's Set's represented as, but not shoot, it's not a jackal, because that's Anubis. Um, but yeah, this is Set. Fatima goes, yeah, this is the evil one, but he's also a protector in the old Nithian cultures.
Hmm.
Okay, so he's not obviously an evil god. He is. Do we think he's a good god at all?
Hmm.
Good God, he's an evil god.
That would be weird. That would be good.
So while you're debating this, and you continue going back to the rope, or do you go back to the statue for the amphora?
I'm gonna go back to the statue for the amphora. Could someone give me a boost up into the statue again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a 1, and a 2, and a heave ho.
Yep, and you get in there, and right where you last saw it, right? Well, not where you first, well, I should say where you first saw it, is the amphora.
Okay. Guys, it's here. Do you want me to just open it and say the magic word?
Yeah.
Atmofree? No?
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to take it away, so let's open it.
Okay, fuck it. And I reach for the stopper, pull it out, and say, well,
Yeah,
at
you say the
my
word.
free, no, and then pull it out.
As the word leaves your lips, a blinding flash of blue lightning leaps from the container, followed by a peal of thunder. The statue of Set is pulverized into atoms.
I knew it. Do I
It's
die?
swirling away in a gust of wind. Sand and rocks from the dome above rain down into the street, and clouds of choking dust rise from the sand. The bottle, knocked violently to the ground, begins to spin, emitting a cloud of thick, icy blue smoke. The smoke rises and coalesces to form a 30-foot tall djinn, his arms folded and his eyes glaring. Slowly, the apparition begins to circle the base of the ruined statue. Faster and faster he moves, and the air around him begins to form into a tornado of dust. The wind swirls, tugging at clothing and equipment. Faster and faster the djinn moves until he's nothing but a blur of dust, sand, blue smoke, and a giant head.
Mm.
In one final moment, all who watch are swept up into the tornado. Equipment and loose clothing are torn off as each of you tumble alone and disoriented into the roaring maelstrom. In one spasmodic burst of energy, the djinn breaks through the dome of sand that covers the city, whirling out into the light of the desert. In a cloud several miles high, he roars a challenge to Caltheris, the evil one, and then flies off to do combat. The dying wind drops you gently to the soft sand below, stripped of your weapons, loose clothing, and equipment. As the cloud disappears into the desert, the sky rains down the missing articles, the heavy ones first. All around you, the desert sands stretch away to the horizon. But now, there is a great gaping hole exposing part of the city below, and through the sand protrudes hundreds of rooftops. The lost city of Phoenix, like the legendary bird, is beginning to emerge from its own ashes. Jerry, you're still in one piece.
Okay. That was cool.
Yeah, now we just have to pick up all of our stuff and shake the dust out and load it back in our packs and stuff.
Yeah.
On us blazers.
Ends this part of this chapter of the adventure.
Hell yeah.
Um, Josh, I know you weren't here earlier, but you know that Roll20 is hosting stuff for Gen Con next week.
Yeah.
Probably because of that, the servers are going to probably be overloaded. So I'm not going to run next week.
Huh.
Okay, because I got a funny feeling the servers are going to be so jammed up that nothing's going to be operating properly. Similar to what happens during Roll20 Con.
Oh.
You know how hard it is sometimes to get something going with Roll20 Con going on at the same time.
Uh, I mean, I've historically, like, the 2 or 3. I'm gonna turn off my voice change.
So the 2 or 3 years that there have been Roll20 cons while my campaign was running, we didn't really have that much of an issue. But your previous campaign, I know, was running like a couple years before mine.
Yeah.
So, did you have issues every year?
I only ran last year. But
Okay.
the year prior, I tried running something during,
Yeah.
and yeah, problem slow disconnects, problems connecting, the red box set popping up every 5 minutes.
Okay. Huh.
That was just for the in-house Roll 20 con.
Yeah.
Con went on. It's being open to everyone who wants to do these forums. And there's 3 things going on right now within the first 3 days.
Yeah. I didn't. I mean, I could see the way Roll20Con works. They encourage you, to run campaigns during those days. But is that what they're doing for
I believe they got there's three. They're hosting 3 panels.
Yeah.
Here at Roll20.
Are you sure it's not on Twitch?
No, it's on Roll20.
It's on Roll20. So we would have to join a Roll20 game to see what was going on, or how does that work?
Here.
I mean, if it's a regular game, then that would just be 7 people, or 8 people, or whatever.
They changed the Twitch their Twitter stream here for a second. But yeah, earlier today, I saw the Twitter of them announcing that they're doing 3 things for Gen Con.
Because it sounds like it would be more on Twitch than on Roll20 to me, but I've never read anything about it, so that's just a guess. But yeah, if you want to call it next.
I did a search on the Gen Con events page here.
Yeah.
It looks like Burning Bright is a
Burn Bright. It's an RPG made by the staff of Roll20.
Yeah, that's being done Thursday evening.
Yeah, there's supposedly 5 games of Burn Bright run by Roll20 staff. That's gonna be on Twitch during Gen Con. I think most of them are gonna be one shots.
The stream is gonna be on Twitch from the looks of it here. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Burn Bright is gonna be that big of a thing.
But they also got 2 panels that
Yeah.
It's not being listed. Hang on here.
But it's like their super Sesame Street version of the Starjammer, or whatever it's called. The new Paizo game. Yeah, Starfinder. It's like a super Sesame Street version of Starfinder is what I gather. So by Sesame Street, I mean kids with pink hair and the agenda.
Yeah, so Roll20's Gen Con is Thursday night, 10 o'clock. Burn Bright. Then they've got a panel on Burn Bright Friday afternoon. And then virtual gaming, virtual GMing on Roll20 panel Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
But that doesn't include, that's just the Roll20 sanctioned ones. I'm not sure about the games themselves that might be being
of the people that are at Gen Con, yeah.
or people hosting games for the virtual convention.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is a virtual convention. That's right.
They're using Roll20, they're
Yeah.
using Astral, that they're using Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah. Map tools. Yeah.
So just to be safe, I probably won't be running next weekend because of that.
Yeah. By the way, that thing I've been working on, um, the expanded crit, I had a bit of a breakthrough. I discovered that you can, rather than having a dice roll with adjustments, based on your THACO and have it like a check to beat their AC. You can do it all just in the die roll itself. So that was a bit of a breakthrough. So what that means is you don't you don't even have to display the enemy's armor class now. You just have your players roll a d20 and plug in any adjustments that need to be made, like whether you're attacking from rear or flank or front or from higher ground, or if you're attacking from long range or medium range. And then what it does is it turns 18s, 19s, and 20s red, right? And then it confirms whether or not you beat the enemy's armor class by 5. And if so, that number or higher turns green. What that means is the red numbers will turn blue. So confirmed crits are actually blue. Hits are green. Misses are I think I'm gonna try to see if I can make misses red. And then crit fumbles are black.
Could be a little too complicated and confusing for people who are used to just red and green and blue.
No, it's completely color coded now. So blue is crit. It's like simpler than doing any kind of math at all. It's just a color coded. So blue is crit. Black is crit fumble. Red is a miss, and green is a regular hit.
Understand that?
It's
just for the casual user
uh-huh.
who's used to seeing red for the one being rolled on any die, green being the maximum being rolled on any die, or the blue being a combination of least and max.
Yeah, it just changes the colors. That's all. And then so you can see at a glance whether you hit, crit, miss, or crit fumble. And then the rest of the macro will be the same for large and medium creature hit damage and large and medium creature crit damage. So it's almost easier because of that. Which I thought was pretty ingenious. Like, you don't have to do any math. You don't have to even compare any numbers. You just read the color. And it actually shows the natural die roll as well. So, but yeah, it's not something that you wanted in your game, I know, but I just wanted to let you know that it works, and it's really, really neat because you can easily convert it to high mastery. All you have to do is change the 18, 19, and 20 to turn red to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to turn red. And then, crits confirm normally. So, but yeah, just had a little bit of a breakthrough with that. I'm gonna probably finish it up this weekend, polish it up, and see if I can come up with like a better idea of how to work the colors. Yeah, better idea of how to work the colors. But all right. Thanks for DMing.
Again, probably pick up after the weekend next week. So yeah,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. 2
Yeah,
weeks.
have fun. Thanks for
Cool. Thanks. See you in 2 weeks then.
Yep.
Have a good night. Have a good week.
See
good
you
Gen
guys.
Con.
See you guys later.
Not all.
And for our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching live on Twitch, please hit the heart-shaped button at the top of the screen. It's the follow button. That button allows you in your account to follow my account, and you'll see every time I go live on Twitch. Sometimes I DM AD&D Second Edition. Sometimes I play AD&D Second Edition. Sometimes I play video games and stream it. That's really rare nowadays. And sometimes I do world building streams where I build my own campaign world. Probably going to be doing a lot of that this weekend, and maybe a little bit next week, depending on how work goes. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share it with your friends, share highlights. Feel free to leave a comment, and watch our other videos. This channel has a lot of cool. This YouTube channel has a lot of cool AD&D Second Edition content, as well as some older like 5th edition content from a couple years back, and AD&D First Edition a couple years back as well. So, but mostly AD&D Second Edition on this YouTube channel. And again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Namely, tomorrow in the Orb of Solid Hex, my home game. Homebrew game, that is, where I DM. Alright, bye-bye.